base for economic growth to gain further momentum. The CII actually expects the next dispensation at the centre to unleash land and labour reforms to fuel economic growth. Meanwhile, the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana has witnessed a remarkable surge in balances, reaching a staggering 2.35 trillion rupees in the fiscal year 2023-2024. And despite reaching near saturation levels, as many as 33 million new accounts were opened in the financial year 2024, taking the cumulative accounts at 519.5 million. The total balance in these accounts stood at 2.35 lakh crore rupees compared with 1.98 lakh crore just about a year ago. The Defence Ministry, meanwhile, has issued a tender to the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, a public sector firm, for the purchase of 97 Made in India LCA Mark 1A fighter jets with an expected value exceeding 65,000 crore rupees. Now, this tender represents the largest order for indigenous military hardware ever to be placed by an Indian government. Let's now move on to the big story, ladies and gentlemen, that we're going to track today very closely. 42 days after the blast at Bengaluru's famous Rameshwaram Cafe, mastermind and the bomber from Dighar in West Bengal's Midnapur, Musawwir Hussain Shazib, the accused who placed the IED at the Rameshwaram Cafe, and Abdul Mateen Taha, the mastermind behind the planning and execution of the blast. The NIA had taken over the case on the 3rd of March 2024, and since then they've been conducting extensive investigations and searches in the case. In fact, the NIA conducted searches at 18 locations in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, intelligence agencies and of course state police agencies of West Bengal, Telangana, Karnataka and the Kerala police. The arrest of the accused from Bengal has sparked a political face-off between the BJP and the opposition. The BJP has accused the Trinamool Congress of giving safe haven to terrorists. The Trinamool accused the BJP of spreading falsehood. But first, let's tell you about the accused. Who are these people? Abdul Mateen Taha was the mastermind behind the conspiracy and had planned and executed the explosion. Musawwir Hussain Shazib was identified by the NIA as the man who planted the IED at the cafe. Abdul Mateen Taha has been using Hindu identity documents to conceal his identity, and similarly Musawwir Hussain Shazib also forged documents to conceal his identity. Abdul Mateen Taha forged Aadhaar cards in the name of Vignesh, and Musawwir Hussain Shazib forged driving license and other documents in the name of Muhammad Junaid Saeed. So how did the anti-terror agency track down these accused? Intel sources are revealing to CNN News 18 that the first breakthrough in the case came after the agencies found the cap that the accused was wearing. Intel sources reveal that the cap was purchased from a store in Chennai and the accused stayed in a lodge in Chennai. The National Investigation Agency tracked the pattern of Musawwir Hussain Shazib and Abdul Mateen Taha for 42 days to achieve this breakthrough. The duo only stayed in guest houses and private lodges and kept changing their locations after the blast. Intel sources reveal the duo stayed in places where verification was not forced. Intel sources also reveal that the NIA kept a track of small tourist towns where lodges are not checked for identification, and after a massive hunt, the accused were found in East Midnapur's Digha. Both the accused are residents of Tirthahalli in Shivamogga district of Karnataka, and both have been under the radar of the agencies since 2020. The duo first came to the notice of the agencies in the Al-Hind ISIS module case in 2020 in Bengaluru. Pro-terror graffiti in Bengaluru in October 2020 was done by them, carried out the trial blast of an improvised explosive device or IED on the banks of River Tunga in Shivamogga in September 2022, Kuka bomb blast in Bengaluru in November 2022. The security agencies believe that they had put together a terror module referred to as the Tirthahalli module while being on the run. They have allegedly radicalized youth from Tirthahalli in Shivamogga. And now we've got more news coming through on this story. Our group editor security Manoj Gupta getting us this. Now, Intel sources reveal to News 18 that the recent pattern that is seen is that the ISIS is desperate and they're trying to expand their wings in Bharat. They've been trying to embed themselves, get seated here, but so far they have largely been unsuccessful, or their machinations have been thwarted. Intel sources reveal that Bharat is a vast nation and that has always been on the radar of ISIS for expansion because of the large Muslim population here. But Sources also add that the ISIS will have to leave Syria and Iraq sooner or later due to international pressure, and before that they want to create sleeper cells globally. CNN News 18 had earlier reported how major terror organizations like the ISIS, the Indian Mujahideen and Simi have come under one umbrella, and they're all working together despite having their own internecine differences and fundamental differences. But according to intel sources, agencies have almost destroyed major networks of the ISIS. And to the credit of the Muslim population in our country, the intelligentsia, the leaders, the community itself, they have largely rejected such ideology, and that's why the ISIS has not been able to embed itself. They have had local recruits, a few hundreds, but that compared to the nearly 25 crore plus population of Muslims in Bharat, this is a very, very small number, and that credit goes to the local leadership, the community, and largely the mindset that rejects this kind of ideology. But former NIA Director YC Modi is joining us, former NIA DG, beg your pardon, yeah, and he is with us. YC Modi ji, namaste, Jai Hind, thank you very, very much. Let me please ask you first up, how would you look at the arrest of the likes of Musawwir and Taha from Bengal?
As far as I understand from the media reports, it was clear that NIA has already identified these accused. The challenge was to apprehend them because these people are now well trained and they use all the tactics of escape, because these people are in the process or in the habit of changing their location every day. And if you change the location every day, by the time investigating agency gets the knowledge about their presence at a particular place, they move to the next place. And in this process, a lot of coordination is required between different state police forces, intelligence agencies of those states and central agencies besides NIA's own team. So it's a big development in the sense that it's a big achievement, because these people are hardcore terrorists and they were involved in the ISIS activities since last 6-7 years. I remember I had heard these names in 2020 as well. Correct. When NIA had registered a case regarding, we used to call it Bengaluru ISIS conspiracy case.
Yes, that's true, Mr. Modi, but I just want to understand from you, do they have a specific pattern when they choose locations, states, regions where they want to hide, or is it random?
It's very difficult to say. The only thing which can be said about it is what they have in. I don't say that the opposition ruled state police forces give any cooperation to them, but they have certainly in their mind that if they go to the places where there is large Muslim population or the states ruled by opposition parties, they feel safe, though there is no evidence that the state police of the opposition ruled states give any support or they don't help the central agencies.
Now, Mamata Banerjee, the state chief minister of West Bengal, she's also the home minister of the state, has credited the Bengal police, saying that within 2 hours of them being identified, they were arrested. Now, how much of a role does the local police play, and how much do the central forces or central agencies play? There is a lot of politics around it already. I'm sure you're aware of that.
No, I mean, you understand more than me that state police or political leadership of the state would claim that they have apprehended. But there is no denying the fact that all the groundwork must have been done by NIA and the other central government agencies as well as the state police of, say, Karnataka, Telangana, maybe Andhra, because these people were changing their location. They had gone to Tamil Nadu as well, so they were changing their locations almost every day. So it would be wrong to say that it was only by Bengal police, but certainly the credit also goes to them that they have assisted the central agencies in apprehending these hardcore terrorists.
My final question, Mr. YC Modi, has this ISIS ideology largely been rejected in our country, despite the large Muslim population, because society largely has rejected this ideology? Or are you worried that there are multiple sleeper cells who are already embedded in our country?
No, it's a very big challenge for law enforcement agencies of the central government as well as of the state police. If you compare the ISIS cells busted or ISIS activists or terrorists arrested, I mean, as compared to the total Muslim population of the country, these are very minuscule. But certainly we have to be very, very careful about that they are not able to find feet in the different locations, and central agencies and the state police forces will have to remain alert to this threat.
Well, Mr. YC Modi, thank you very much for speaking with us here at CNN News 18. Let's quickly bring our viewers up to speed on how the politics has now developed, because soon after the arrests happened, we had BJP's IT cell chief and also the Bengal co-in-charge, Mr. Amit Malviya, take to X and post that look where these terrorists have been found. They have looked at and turned to Bengal as a safe haven. Bengal is a safe haven for terrorists is the first charge. The Bengal police's counter was, this is falsehood at its worst. They have arrested and the arrests are a joint operation. The BJP's charge is that Mamata Banerjee is incompetent to defend her track record. The Chief Minister's counter is arrests were made promptly by our cops within 2 hours. The BJP's charge is Bengal is becoming a hindrance in national security. The Trinamool Congress's counter is that the arrests have been made from Kanthi, which is a stronghold of the BJP. So answer this. Dr. Sudha Halkai, spokesperson of the BJP, is with us. Anirban Banerjee, political activist, with us. Backs the Trinamool Congress, and Shyam Prasad Meka, Congress leader, also with us. Namaste and Jai Hind to all of you. Thank you very, very much. Dr. Sudha Halkai, so the incident and the threats and the terrorists, the mastermind and the person who planted the bomb are arrested in Bengal. The BJP says Karnataka Congress, whenever there is Congress government, there are terror attacks. Shobha Karandalaje is on record with News 18. Well, she says that she spoke to Rohini Swami. And then Amit Malviya says that Bengal has now become a safe haven for terrorists.
Yeah, Anand, the true fact is that whenever the Congress government is there in power, in Karnataka was there in power and is in power, every time it is a heavenly welcome for all these anti-national and anti-social elements. It is a true fact that we cannot deny it, nor they can deny it, because we have seen how Siddaramaiah has safeguarded the PFI accused 1500 and let them go free, and had closed 140 cases against the PFI. First thing. Second thing is, last time when there was a cooker blast in Bangalore, Mr. D.K. Shivkumar, before any investigation agencies, before any come up saying that, it is an accidental incident and they are our brothers. So you mean to say that these terrorists are your brothers? And now, when the bomb attack had taken place in Rameshwaram Cafe, they are saying, first they came up with an excuse saying that, it is a cylinder blast. Okay, did anybody ask them? Second, they say that it is something due to personal rivalry or something. And once it was proved it is an EID blast, then they keep their mouth shut. My question is, why are they always in the forefront to protect these people? Why is that? And why is that only during the Congress government these things happen more and more, and they are so very free, these anti-national and anti-social elements? Anand, one more thing. See, these extremists, there is no second question that they are dangerous and we have to evacuate all these people from our nation. But more dangerous is the thought of this Congress people to support these extremists. For us, it is men first. For them, it is vote first. It is always from Nehru till date, it is appeasement politics for them. It is theocracy. But for us, it is maintaining the law and order of our land, to safeguarding our motherland, and to safeguard our peace and harmony. And this is a true fact. There is nobody, there is nothing that has to be debated over here. And look at them. You take it, all other, their 17 other allied parties, they're anti-Sanatan, anti-Hindutva, anti-Modi. And what Modi ji has done today? He has made our head pride throughout the world. See, Anand, the question is, when it comes to the integrity of our nation, when it comes to the security of our country, we need to stand united. All the 140 crore people, we have to stand united, holding each other's hand. There should be opposition. There should be a constructive opposition. There should be a healthy opposition. There should be an opposition which stands with the existing government to stand against the anti-nationals. One chain of event, it is so very clear in Karnataka. One fine day, recently, there is one person who shouts an anti-slogan, anti-national slogan, Pakistan Zindabad, in the headquarters of Karnataka. And very next day, there is the Minister of Congress who says, Karnataka is not our enemy state, Karnataka is our neighboring state. And very next day, there is a blast in the Rameshwar Cafe. And why again Rameshwar Cafe? Because it is in the name of Rama. Why did they choose that cafe only?
Now you're drawing inference in terms
Why
of
did
the. So you're making another inference that the choice was deliberately made because it is Rameshwaram and there is a name of Rama and not for anything. That's another very strong charge that we made. Okay, Anirban Banerjee, another charge is that they committed the act in Bengaluru and then they hid in Kolkata or in Bengal in this region, that is the Midnapur region near in Kanti. Yes, Anirban.
See, first there's lack of logic, then comes complete absence of logic, and then there's BJP. Because when accused of any crime, whether it's terror charges or something else, if that person is arrested from one part of the country, one state or the other, if that automatically turns that particular state into a quote-unquote safe haven for terrorists or criminals, then in that case, is there a single state in our country from where a criminal accused or terror accused has never been arrested from? This kind of logic put forth by the BJP is not only laughable, but it is actually dangerous in these terms that they consider the people of Bengal and as well as the entire country to be fools. I mean, what happened to the Pulwama investigation? That is the primary question the BJP will have to face. That was one of the biggest, if not the biggest, terror attacks in independent India. Where are the accused persons? Where is the investigation headed towards? What is the NIA doing? The only thing that we know that ma'am, I did not interrupt. Ma'am, I did not interrupt. Ma'am, I did not interrupt. No, don't do this. Don't be a terrorist on this show. Don't act like a terrorist.
No. 1 minute. Let's maintain some Let us just maintain some decorum, Sudhaji. Please don't interrupt. Secondly, please also, you don't need to call anybody terrorists here, Anirban. Please. Let's also control our own language too when you are asking somebody else for some civility. Yes, please continue.
Well, the only fact that we know about the Pulwama incident is that tum chup raho. That is the statement made by the Honorable Prime Minister to the then J&K Governor, tum chup raho. So therefore, when the BJP is levelling charges about terrorism, about a state becoming safe haven for terrorists, they should actually answer these questions first. We have seen in Jammu and Kashmir last year from Trehgam, the area name is Trehgam, two Lashkari Taiba operatives were arrested. Both of them were office bearers of the BJP. In 2017 in Madhya Pradesh, two persons, one was Balram Singh of the Bajrang Dal, another was Dhruv Saxena of the BJP Yuva Morcha, were arrested by that state ATS for having links with the Pakistan Intelligence Service ISI. There have been numerous arrests made by the police or the ATS or the NIA all over the country. They have been in BJP ruled states, they have been in non-BJP ruled states. Things like these should never be politicized, but the BJP, I am sorry to say, is the only party that has sent a person, Pragya Singh Thakur, a terror accused, her trial is still going on, to the parliament. Therefore, the BJP has absolutely no moral ground pointing fingers at other parties or other state governments regarding harboring terrorists or making the state safe haven for terrorists, because the BJP themselves is a party of some people who are undergoing trial for terrorism charges and etc. etc. They should answer these questions about Pulwama, about Pragya Singh Thakur first, and only then will they have the moral ability to point fingers towards the Trinamool Congress or the Congress for that matter.
Now, Sudhaji, respond.
See, they're talking about Pulwama. After Pulwama, we have very well given the answer to them. First time it is Ghuske Marenge. Okay, it is in the history of India. Pehle kabhi aise nahi hua tha. During the UPA government, you tell me there was more than 58 curfews in a year, more than 1,000 stone pelting was done in Jammu and Kashmir and everywhere, Jammu and Kashmir especially. But now what is the law and order situation in Jammu and Kashmir, you tell me. You should be answerable to certain questions. You just cannot draw in a line like that. First thing. Second thing, we have given, you ask the people who are serving our nation, okay, these people are not questioning, putting a question on the BJP government, okay, it is questioning the integrity of the soldiers. Our brothers, they are standing on the borders, risking their life to keep all of us safe here. You are questioning their integrity? Huh? Surgical strike they have questioned. How can they question that? And let them tell me why Sidramaya, no, let them tell me why Sidramaya have let gone 1,500 accused of the PFI during his tenure. Why was that?
So those
never answered that. None of the Congress people answered that. 140 cases against PFI was closed. Why did they do that?
So Shyam Prasad Meka, so under Congress rule, these kind of nefarious elements get emboldened. More number of terror attacks when Congress or any it is opposition ruled state compared to when it is a BJP. How would you want to respond?
Yeah, so thank you, Anand. Actually, in your intro to while asking me to speak, you summarized it very succinctly. That's the narrative BJP wants to sell in the country. First of all, we should be ashamed to try and do politics on this. There is a terror attack, and our investigative agencies have found the culprits. We should all be happy about it. Wait, Madam Sudhaji, wait. We should all be very happy about it. Instead, we try to make it as if, West Bengal is a safe haven. If Bengal is a safe haven, then India is a safe haven. Are the terrorists in India? So that means India is a safe haven. No, we are all trying our best, irrespective of parties. Don't try to undermine anybody's patriotism. Our friend here is talking about this Congress mindset. What do you mean? What do you mean? What kind of people are we? We can't trust our...
Okay, Sudhaji, let him make his point. He heard you out, so let him make his point and then please respond.
I heard you out,
yeah.
Even when you are most illogical and hate spreading. I heard you out. Wait, be patient. We are not going to let hate and anger-filled country to happen. That may be your agenda. We know what you are trying to do. We are not going to let ourselves used as a tool in your agenda setting, in your narrative peddling, in your peddling of lies. This is a terror incident. Forces have found the culprits. Where is the debate? Instead of talking about bringing out the experts and trying to get any preventive measures or educate our citizens, how do you identify, how do you alert our forces? Instead of that, we sit here on the primetime national television talking about Congress is pro-terrorist, TMC is lenient towards terrorists, Siddaramaiah is pro-terrorist, BJP is the only nationalist party. What kind of nonsense we are telling? Hindus are not fools. Don't try to think that Hindus are communal. Don't try to believe and continue that Hindus are fools. You can't make Hindus and Indians fools.
How is it, Mr. Meka, that you say Hindus very openly and then you say Indians?
I will.
So no, if you're
tell.
going to start breaking up communities, then name all communities, sir, or
Yeah,
just
yeah.
say that no Indian is a fool, right?
No, I'll tell.
No,
I'll
no,
tell.
no, no. Very simply, so let's not push a particular agenda and discomfort when you want to take names of certain, but you want to openly say that that is something I would note. Secondly, sir, for all what you said, what did the Home Minister of Karnataka say soon after the blast happened in Rameshwaram Cafe in Bengaluru? What was the reaction of the Home Minister and the Chief Minister of Karnataka for the first 2 or 3 days, even after it clearly looked like what their initial claim was all bogus? Why is it that it had to be the NIA that cracked down and actually brought to account who are the people who are the perpetrators and what was the role of the... Is there a statistical proof that you can show that the claim made by the BJP is false, that the number of terror attacks or attempts under Congress-ruled government in Karnataka or anywhere else is the same as when it has been under BJP or any other government? These are questions I leave you with. Let Sudhaji also respond. She wanted to counter you. Yes, Sudhaji. The other thing, Sudhaji. The people who caught them are also agencies, police establishments. The NIA cannot do anything unless it gets cooperation, and this we have already cleared. It gets cooperation from the state polices, and the state polices that have cooperated is Kerala, Karnataka, West Bengal, Telangana, including police from Uttar Pradesh. Now, how many of these governments are ruled by the BJP? So, unless the state police from these states cooperated, could these arrests have happened? 42 days they've been tracked, right? Including Tamil Nadu police also. Almost all, except for Uttar Pradesh, are non-BJP ruled states whose law enforcement agencies have cooperated. Yes, Sudha Halkai.
First of all, hats off to the police department and the central investigations agencies who have rendered them. So there is nothing against them. I don't want to put any word against them. We are always thankful for them for their fair duty. Second thing, what Mr. Mecca has told, that he is talking nonsense things and we are accusing regarding the other state for giving them the heavenly welcome. My question is, why did Siddaramaiah in his previous tenure... No, you didn't answer. See, please. I have asked before.
It's a lie.
Okay, now
what you are saying is
wait, Mr. Mecca. Mr. Mecca, you need to,
it's a lie.
Mr. Mecca, you
It's a
need to
lie
extend
that
the same courtesy,
Siddaramaiah-
sir. You need to extend the same courtesy that
She
you
is
expected
quoting
from
me
her, sir.
wrongly.
Yeah,
She
so
is
I'll come back to
wrongly.
you. I'll come back to you. Yes. Now his objection is that you're misquoting him. But yes, complete.
No, I'm not misquoting Anand. It's a very true fact. You can check it. It's on records that they have closed the case. 500 culprits during the Siddaramaiah government. First thing. Second thing is, my question was, why are they giving statements for pro these and take it cooker bust, take it Rameshwaram Cafe. Every time they do this, why do they doing this? And it's not only the question of terrorist attack, Anand. It is a question of women's security in Karnataka. More than 50% of the cases have been increased against women, and there is a charge sheet on that. It is on records. So the law has completely collapsed in Karnataka. Why is that? Why only in 1 year so much of problem is there? There is a problem with the scarcity of drinking water in Bengaluru and Karnataka. There is hike in the electricity. There is hike in taxation. People are suffering like anything. Nobody wants to vote for Congress. Everybody are, they are really going through a bad phase in Karnataka. I'm not saying this for the sake of saying. This is the fact. In 1 year, they are suffering so much. My question is, why are you making my people of Karnataka suffer? Karnataka was a very peace and harmony city. I'll tell you, peace-loving people over here in Karnataka. They're absolutely there to themselves. They're not indulging in any of these activities. Why are you allowing these people to come and
let me tell you, Sudhaji, Shyam Prasad Meka said that you've misquoted him, but let me also tell you, this module has been active in Bengaluru or in Karnataka since 2020. Whose government was in power at that point in time and what was going on in Karnataka at that point in time? And this is the Tirthahalli group, where the agencies have been in the hunt for them for over the last 4 years. Multiple blasts that you yourself accounted, these people had not been apprehended. They've been apprehended only in the last 42 days after the Rameshwaram Cafe blast. Till then, there was no trace of these people and the agencies were still on the lookout. Their names have already come out. Taha's name we know here at News 18 through 2.5 years back, around the time that the cooker blast happened and also the Bengaluru incident happened. So multiple questions remain. Crackdown has happened. Credit to everybody in terms of law enforcement. Should the politicians of the day deserve any credit or take any credit? That question, the jury is out. I have to wind up for the moment. Thank you very much for joining us, to all our panelists. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Udhampur picks an issue. He says those who are cooking mutton in Sawan or deliberately releasing video of having fish a day before or just around the time of Navratra are doing so with a devious intent. We don't question or restrict anybody's food habits and their preferences, but when the intent is malified, if there is a Mughaliya mindset to it, then we have to call it out. I have to call it out. Stay with us.
On the Rameshwaram blast case, we are now learning that there's been a major breakthrough after NIA detained the key suspects. There's another update that the main accused has now been arrested from West Bengal. This is the big breaking story that we are bringing to you with regards to the Rameshwaram blast case. Remember, the NIA had identified Musawwir Hussain Shazib as the key accused who had carried out that blast at the cafe, the Rameshwaram Cafe in Bengaluru on 1st of March. Those are the CCTV images of the main accused. Let's quickly go across to Arunima, who's currently live with us. Arunima, share with us details of this arrest that's just been made. How has the NIA finally been able to trace him all the way to Bengal?
So what the NIA has said is that they had concrete leads. They were questioning all the ISIS Shimoga module members for some time now, and based on that they got a lead that perhaps there is a hideout or somebody who's harboring the accused in West Bengal, based on which a team landed up at their hideout in West Bengal early this morning, and they found both the main accused, Musawwir Hussain Shazib, who's accused of placing the IED at the Rameshwaram Cafe blast. He's the man you see wearing the baseball cap in all the CCTV footage that was captured by NIA, and his harborer, Abdul Mateen Taha, the alleged mastermind, as the NIA is calling him. He allegedly planned this entire conspiracy, put together the explosives for the IED, and trained Shazib to carry out this blast. So both of them were together and they were found at this hideout in West Bengal early this morning by NIA. They will be taken to the relevant court in Bengaluru. NIA is likely to seek custody from there.
Absolutely. That's in fact a huge shot in the arm for the NIA. On that note, let's also go across to Harish, who's live with us. Harish, major victory for the NIA now that they've been able to trace the accused and the co-conspirator. This would have been a multi-pronged investigation, I believe.
Absolutely. NIA pointing out that they have indeed received help from multiple agencies, not just Karnataka police, but police in other states as well. As Arunama pointed out, this has been an investigation that's gone into several states. It was in Tamil Nadu for a brief while, in Maharashtra because there was a suspicion that they'd gone to Pune. Now they've been picked up from West Bengal. In the meanwhile, there were other states in North India where they had a bit of a suspicion. That too has been looked into. It also gives an indication on how the planning has happened from the end of these conspirators. They've gone to multiple cities. They've ensured that the police or NIA in the later stage of this investigation do not get any sort of a lead on their whereabouts. And also right now, the other key aspect that we'll have to talk here is how, with the arrest of Abdul Tahin Mata, it's in a way the complete ISIS Shimoga module has been dismantled. Sharik is arrested, Mazmunir is, Taha Mateen is somebody who is also seen as a handler or a conspirator in the Bengaluru blast case. With his arrest now, it's in a way end of the ISIS Shimoga module, but definitely two things yet to be ascertained, whether they were others, and second, there was another person who went by the name of Colonel, What happens to him? Where is he? Is he absconding? Is he in another country? That's something that the NIA will talk about, but a major breakthrough for the NIA, as you rightly mentioned.
Absolutely. On that note, Arunima, how the NIA planned this out, because remember they had also declared rewards of cash prize worth 10 lakh rupees to get more information, but as
Back on the right stand with a video of Rahul Gandhi cooking Champaran mutton with Lalu Prasad Yadav at the latter's New Delhi residence in September last year that sparked a political face-off. While addressing a rally in Jammu Kashmir's Udhampur, Prime Minister Narendra Modi invoked Rahul Gandhi's mutton video and slammed the Congress party and its alliance partners. PM Modi said that the objective of the INDIA alliance and that entire bloc of leaders is similar to Mughals, who did not get satisfaction just by defeating the kings in Bharat in the past, but achieved contentment only when they destroyed the temples. The BJP then accusing the INDI alliance of hurting Hindu sentiments and asked whom are they trying to appease or impress. The opposition hitting back, saying the BJP is diverting from real issues. But first, let's listen into what the Prime Minister said.
कांग्रेस और इंडी गठबंधन के लोगों को देश के ज्यादातर लोगों की भावनाओं की कोई परवाह नहीं है। कोर्ट ने जिसको सजा की है, जो जमानत पर है, ऐसे एक मुजरिम के घर जाके सावन के महीने में मटन बनाने का मौज ले रहे हैं। इतना ही नहीं, उसका वीडियो बना करके देश के लोगों को चिढ़ाने का काम करते हैं। कानून किसी को भी कुछ भी खाने से नहीं रोकता है और न ही मोदी रोकता है। वो देश के लोगों को चिढ़ाना चाहते हैं और अपनी वोट बैंक पक्की करना चाहते हैं।
Making mutton or having fish during Savan or Navratra, nobody is stopping anybody from consuming what they want to eat. Neither does the country or the law stop, nor is Modi stopping anyone. But what's the mindset? What's the intent behind putting this around this time? Who are they trying to impress, or who are they trying to shame or offend? And is this an extension of that same Mughaliya mindset where the Mughals of the past were not just happy defeating kings or usurping kingdoms, but they also wanted to destroy temples? Uma Anandan, leader of the BJP, Shyam Prasad Meka, Congress leader, Dr. Pulla Rao, political analyst, join us, because there is a continuum. This does not stop there. There are multiple other instances that we will put out along with this video where there has been direct, brazen assault at Sanatan faith, Hindu beliefs, Hindu systems, Hindu law, and for what? Is it to shame somebody or is it to impress somebody? Umanandan of the BJP, is the Prime Minister right in pointing this out, saying that I had to speak now because there is a limit to patience, there is a limit to tolerating this. If it's going to affect our own very democratic framework, fabric, I have to speak up. It's my responsibility. That's how he ended this passage of his address in Udhampur. What would you say, Umaji?
Definitely, yes. I'm very glad that Mr. Modi, the Prime Minister, has come out with this, because I think it is high time the Congress, the dotted India alliance, realizes that their appeasement politics is not for the good of the country. The Congress, which ruled us for the last 50 odd years, thrived on this, and they literally divided the people on this and made us the Hindutva, which is normally not very aggressive. They made a few of people like me who were not at all bothered about the religion or anything in those years, but their appeasement politics and the way they were playing to the gallery made me realize, people like me realize, that what a fool they've made the Hindus into a group which and showed scant respect for our sentiments, for our beliefs, for our thing. And see, this is an obvious this thing too. Literally, it is trying to tell us, I will do what I want to do. I care a dash for your sentiments. And this they got away all these years. But now that people like me have become very, very possessive about our beliefs, our sentiments and all that, still they are trying to make a mockery out of it. That is how I feel. And people, so many people have understood this pretty late, the tactics of Congress, which divided the country on this and then turned the tables on us, trying to say that the BJP is doing it.
Umaji, just because you cook
Yes.
mutton doesn't mean that you're eating it. And if you have had fish on the 8th of April when Navratri begins on the 9th, how is that offending Hindu sentiments?
See, first, for your this thing that cooking, they are simply cooking. For whom are they cooking? To throw it into the garbage? It is being cooked for somebody to consume. Let's not have any second opinion on that. And second, see, I would like to say, would these people have the same this thing to cook pork? Would they do it? You tell me honestly, would they dare do that? If it comes to other religions, they would like to.
So in this case, if
play
they're daring,
soft.
if you're asking that question, Umaji, you should have said that they're not cooking beef either.
You go ahead and do it.
No. 1 minute, Shyam Prasad Mukherjee. They are not cooking beef either, right? They are neither cooking beef nor are they cooking pork.
See, whatever it is.
Sawan traditionally even the non-vegetarian eaters go through this observation where they observe a fast, and there is when they say they practice vegetarianism largely and they don't. So that's the thing. So to cooking non-veg during the time of Sawan when vegetarianism has to be practiced. Now, is this a Mughal?
Would they? No. Coming to your own argument.
Yeah.
Coming to your own argument, I would like to say during Ramzan when they fast, right? During the time that they fast, would they do this? Would they show Mr. Rahul Gandhi cooking and eating that time? Would that? You would then say he's just cooking. He is giving it to somebody. Even that they wouldn't dare do during the Ramzan fasting period. They're not going to do that. See, they are making me point out a finger. Why are you doing this to me alone? Why are you not doing this? They have pushed me to a corner to raise questions on this.
Okay. Shyam Prasad Meka, please respond.
See, first of all, this is a topic that BJP wants desperately to divert attention. Okay, now, coming to number of questions. In the guise of an argument, we are trying to peddle too many assumptions and cultural hegemony. Number one, what do you mean it's Indian culture not to eat non-veg during Sawan? What percent? Wait a minute. Yes, we agree. There are some people who doesn't eat non-veg. That doesn't mean all India. It's India's culture. You can't say that. Okay. Second, when see, if these guys come and say such things, during a month of Sawan, how did you eat fish? Now the Prime Minister No, 1
minute. Shyam Prasad Meka ji, allow me, please.
Let me finish.
I am requesting you to allow me a small intervention. The point is, sir, when you are saying that this is not Bharat's culture, and there are some people may practice vegetarianism during Sawan, not everybody does.
By all means.
Sir, then the reverse should also happen when suddenly you come out and say you cannot hurt sentiments of certain communities just because you don't accept it. Right. There has to be tolerance for all segments of society. So then the narrative changes the other way around. When somebody does not believe that, okay, they have to show, no, then you cannot hurt somebody else's practice. You have to respect their sentiment. So how is it when it comes to issues with Muslims, when it comes to issues with Sikhs, then the tone changes saying everybody else should respect what they want to do. But when it comes to Hindus, you practice what you want to practice, let others practice what they want to practice. There is a difference in the tone. You should have equanimity in the same tone.
I will tell you. Anand, first of all, see, okay, now you are forcing me to get into this discussion. Okay, let me get into this. This guy Tejasvi Yadav was eating machli during Ramzan fasting. Right? I want to ask any Muslim who comes and tells me, hey, during fasting, why are you sharing posts on food? I will ask them to shut up. Similarly, anybody comes and tells me, during the Sawan, why are you eating meat? I will ask them to shut up. We are being very patient with these extreme elements for much too long. There is the
So
constitution.
if the same, so how come you did not have the same position and Mr. Rahul Gandhi did not have the same position when their own ally in Tamil Nadu said we need to eradicate Sanatan Dharma? Would you have shown the same? Would you have shown the same silence, sir, if somebody else had said we need to eradicate Islam from India? You please tell me, sir. Then again, equanimity, was it shown? What did Mr. Priyank Kharge at that time say? What did some other leaders of the Congress party at that time say?
Anand.
Today, sir, if there had been an invitation for an iftar party and the Congress party, would they have said no? But they openly said we will not go for the for the Pran Pratishtha of Ram Lala.
So what are you trying to
No,
say?
what are you trying to tell me now, sir? So is there equanimity, sir? Is there equanimity, sir?
Absolutely.
So-
Okay?
so-
first of all, Anand.
So in
Anand,
one case
first
we
of
can't
all,
hurt sentiment,
as a-
on the other case it's the freedom to choose.
Array, my friend, listen to me. Don't try to underestimate the intelligence of your viewers.
So that's
Simple
exactly
thing
what
is-
I am requesting you to do, sir. It
simple
looks
thing-
like you're talking to yourself.
No. Simple
Please don't
thing is-
underestimate the intelligence of the viewer. That's exactly what I am trying to tell you also, sir.
Yeah. Simple thing is, as a political party, Congress or BJP has nothing to do or comment on the religious aspects of people, be it Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Sikh, Buddha,
Sir,
or whatever.
Sir, who
Okay,
wore
listen.
were you and me wearing the Janayu outside our jacket and walking around in 2019 as Janayudari Hindu, sir? Who was it,
So
sir?
what is your problem?
Who? So no. So then it is not a problem. Right now
Somebody
you
is
just
a
said
Hindu.
that religion should not be made a platform. You just now said you should not do it. Now when I turned and gave you an example, you are turning around and saying what is the problem?
Listen, Anand. As a political party, both the parties have nothing to do with the religion. I respect Prime Minister Modi going to underwater and doing a puja. I don't comment on that. Right? When you try to exploit that for political benefit, to divide the people of the country,
How is
that's when the
performing a
issue
puja?
comes.
How is performing a puja underwater dividing the country? Tell me.
No, how is
Secondly,
how
Mr.
is
Shampra.
Rahul
No,
Gandhi being
Mr.
a Hindu problem to you?
No, not at all,
Why
sir.
is Rahul Gandhi being a Hindu a problem?
As long as he's clear, and he is not doing it for optics, because sir, we don't wear our Janayu outside our jacket, we wear it inside closer, and that is how a person who wears the Janayu does, and anybody and everybody who is trying to pursue knowledge wears the Janayu in our country. It's not just one particular caste in our country. That's also the history. So that's what I'm trying to say. No, you may have whatever opinion. Sir, that's the beauty of our country. That's the beauty of our country, sir, that we are allowed to have different opinion. But then, sir, if you know how a Janayu is supposed to be worn, and if you are wearing a Janayu, you will wear it the way it should be done. You will wear it the way it should be done. No.
Who is it discriminating against?
No. It's not discriminating
We will
against
talk that-
anybody. That's a separate.
I will
I am
tell you,
asking you, sir. At that time, did you decide that am I hurting somebody's sentiment by wearing it over my jacket? Am I hurting somebody's sentiment by sitting the wrong way and not even knowing what to do when I'm supposed to do an anushtana? At that time, it's all okay. It's all right. The same thing doesn't apply to somebody else. When somebody turns, no, 1 minute, Mr. Shampra.
Don't overpower me.
No, I'm not overpowering you, sir. Don't try and use it, play the mridangam. That means you strike it from both sides. You can't do that, sir. Yes, Mr. Pullarao.
No. Let
1 minute, sir. 1 minute, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. I'll come back to you, Mr. Meka. I'll come back to you, Mr. I'll come back to you, Mr. Meka. I'll come back to you, Mr. Meka. Please, I am requesting you, let Mr. Pullarao speak and I'll come back to you.
You see, I would have liked the Prime Minister to have taken the high road. It's a very serious election, and he has been doing campaigning, and his popularity is not being questioned. And he would have been happy if he had raised some of these issues which he is raising. And then there's a debate on it, there's a discussion on it, and there's a public opinion formation on it. But why this issue? Is this a very big aspect of the culture wars which is supposed to be going on? I don't think so. I think, in my own opinion,
sir, Mr. Pullarao, 1 minute, sir. The entire opposition was up at arms when a Nupur Sharma made a comment on a debate. But where was this opposition when a Swami Prasad Maurya abused the Ramcharit Manas? Please tell me, sir.
What happened to the Ramcharitmanas?
No. So what happened? So did anything change with what Miss Nupur Sharma said? Then why was such a furor created? Answer the same. So I'm asking you your own logic, sir. Your own logic. When it comes to a Nupur Sharma making a comment in a debate, the logic is different. And when a Swami Prasad Maurya says something about Ramcharitmanas, the logic is different.
Let me answer it. See, let me answer it. First of all, you come to Nupur Sharma.
I am asking you, Mr. Pullara, why is the logic different, sir? Why is the approach different? The tone itself changes, sir.
Let me talk. If I talk, I can say a couple of sentences. I listened very nicely to Umaji for 10 minutes.
Please go
Another
ahead.
gentleman. See, first of all, Nupur Sharma has stepped into an arena which is an international issue.
How is it an international issue?
Wait.
On record, sir, please tell me, how is what she said different from a lot of Muslim scholars and leaders have already said?
No, that's all right.
She has actually said exactly what the chairperson of the Peace Committee or Peace Channel also said, who is run away from India and is now based in Malaysia.
These are fault lines which are existing across the world. It will take time to be resolved. And there is a fault line. It's going on in Holland, it's going on in Scandinavia.
Nations abroad or people abroad said something. What did the opposition say in our country, sir? And did they take umbrage to Swami Prasad Maurya's comments on the Ramcharitmanas? Did they take umbrage to it? Did they take umbrage to Udaynidhi Stalin's call to eradicate Sanatan Dharma? Did they do it, sir?
Who cares for him? No, I said this about some people in Tamil Nadu talking about Sanatan Dharma or somebody in Karnataka. Who cares?
Sir, the Deputy Chief Minister of the state, sir. The Deputy Chief Minister of the state, the future Chief Minister of the state. He is the one who's saying it and you're saying who cares for his comments. So then why care for what Nupur Sharma said? She's just a small junior spokesperson or national spokesperson of the BJP. She's got no official holding in the government of India.
Hinduism is much stronger.
So are you saying Islam is weak? Are you saying Islam is weak? Are you saying you just now said you're justifying action against Nupur Sharma, but you're saying all right, just let's keep quiet when Swami Prasad Maurya goes on a rampage about abusing Ramcharit, etc.
They have refuted him. He is not taken seriously. Nobody cares for him.
Oh.
He's off the stage now. He's
Wow.
off the stage.
Can you just see, sir, your own change in tone? Can you just see this? I hope the viewers who are watching this broadcast can register the change in tone.
I hope you're not letting me talk. You're not letting me
No,
talk,
sir.
Anandi.
You are saying, sir. You are saying, but you're not wanting to. You're not ready to accept the reality, sir.
No,
I am questioning everybody here on the channel tonight, Mr. Pullara. We just lost him. Yes, Umaji. Now, Umaji, please tell me, why raise this issue now?
See, I am very happy that you raised the Nupur Sharma's this issue because I wanted to raise it. And he is telling, who is it? The person who spoke about destroying Sanatan Dharma is an elected representative, an MLA, the Chief Minister's son, and he is holding a minister's post. Second, you take Mr. A. Rasa. He is an MP, again another elected representative. He has been demeaning the Hindu gods at every opportunity given. He is again an elected representative.
Can you please tell me, is he officially registered as a Hindu or has he given up on Hinduism altogether? And then, as per Article 19, does he have any rights to say what he said? And has anybody taken umbrage to that? Yes, Umanandan, please go ahead.
Yes, see, that is a $1 billion question. That's a $1 billion question. Which religion is he following? He says his wife has been cremated as per the Christian rites, but he is standing in a reserved constituency in Nilgiri, which itself should be questioned by the court. The Supreme Court, I don't know why it's keeping quiet. The Chief Justice should raise this issue there. His wife's last rites were performed as per Christian but he stands in a reserved constituency. The same thing is Tirumavalavan. Again, he has been abusing Lord Nataraja. See, for that we need some very confidential papers. We are not in a position to get. The Hindus are always the third-rate citizens. We cannot lay hands on papers.
No. It's all right. It's all right, Umanandan ji. I am asking, saying all of this is all right, but what have Hindus done to ensure that their religion is not, faith is not abused, their way of life is not mocked or taken lightly. So please, for
See,
political gain,
complaints.
ma'am, the BJP has been in power for the last 10 years in
No,
our
no,
country.
we have filed
Has the
complaints.
BJP been able to even free Hindu temples from the clutches of governments? Have not been able to do. Has not been able
See,
to do. Has the
one
BJP
thing-
been able
one
to
thing-
ensure
one thing, Mr.
that just one faith is not the one that's the only one that's codified, everybody else is, otherwise nobody else is? Have they been able to done? Has the government and the BJP really walked the talk on trying to protect protect Hindutva in the true essence? Big questions, ma'am. So let's not color any
but
of
one thing-
ourselves in glory, especially
no.
political parties. I have to wind up. I have to wind up.
No,
I have
Mr.
to wind up.
No, Mr. Anand,
If on the
understand
one
me.
hand, if they're trying to impress somebody, I have to wind up, ladies and gentlemen, just saying, if there is this intent to try and insult one faith or one community hoping to impress another, then it's the biggest slap on Bharatiyata and Indian people. Indian people are not like that. Nobody likes insulting anybody else's faith or life, because that's the beauty of our country. And if politicians believe that offending one is going to impress another, then perhaps this political discourse has also got to change. Thank you very much. Winding up this edition of The Right Stand on that note.
Co-powered by.
On the Rameshwaram blast case, we are now learning that there's been a major breakthrough after NIA detained the key suspects. There's another update that the main accused has now been arrested from West Bengal. This is the big breaking story that we are bringing to you with regards to the Rameshwaram blast case. Remember, the NIA had identified Musawwir Hussain Shazib as the key accused who had carried out that blast at the cafe, the Rameshwaram Cafe in Bengaluru on 1st of March. Those are the CCTV images of the main accused. Let's quickly go across to Arunima, who's currently live with us. Arunima, share with us details of this arrest that's just been made. How has the NIA finally been able to trace him all the way to Bengal?
So what the NIA has said is that they had concrete leads. They were questioning all the ISIS Shimoga module members for some time now, and based on that they got a lead that perhaps there is a hideout or somebody who's harboring the accused in West Bengal, based on which a team landed up at their hideout in West Bengal early this morning, and they found both the main accused, Musawwir Hussain Shazib, who's accused of placing the IED at the Rameshwaram Cafe blast. He's the man you see wearing the baseball cap in all the CCTV footage that was captured by NIA, and his harborer, Abdul Mateen Taha, the alleged mastermind, as the NIA is calling him. He allegedly planned this entire conspiracy, put together the explosives for the IED, and trained Shazib to carry out this blast. So both of them were together and they were found at this hideout in West Bengal early this morning by NIA. They will be taken to the relevant court in Bengaluru. NIA is likely to seek custody from there.
Absolutely. That's in fact a huge shot in the arm for the NIA. On that note, let's also go across to Harish, who's live with us. Harish, major victory for the NIA now that they've been able to trace the accused and the co-conspirator. This would have been a multi-pronged investigation, I believe.
Absolutely. NIA pointing out that they have indeed received help from multiple agencies, not just Karnataka police, but police in other states as well. As Arunima pointed out, this has been an investigation that's gone into several states. It was in Tamil Nadu for a brief while, in Maharashtra because there was a suspicion that they'd gone to Pune. Now they've been picked up from West Bengal. In the meanwhile, there were other states in North India where they had a bit of a suspicion. That too has been looked into. It also gives an indication on how the planning has happened from the end of these conspirators. They've gone to multiple cities. They've ensured that the police or NIA in the later stage of this investigation do not get any sort of a lead on their whereabouts. And also right now, the other key aspect that we'll have to talk here is how, with the arrest of Abdul Tahim Mata, it's in a way the complete ISIS Shimoga module has been dismantled. Sharik is arrested, Majmunir is arrested, Taha Mateen is somebody who was also seen as a handler or a conspirator in the Bengaluru blast case. With his arrest now, it's in a way end of the ISIS Shimoga module, but definitely two things yet to be ascertained, whether they were others, and second, there was another person who went by the name of Colonel. What happens to him? Where is he? Is he absconding? Is he in another country? That's something that the NIA will talk about, but a major breakthrough for the NIA, as you rightly mentioned.
Absolutely. On that note, Arunima, how the NIA planned this out, because remember they had also declared rewards of cash prize worth 10 lakh rupees to get more information, but as Harish is also highlighting the fact that this could perhaps be the end of the ISIS Shimoga model, but do shed light on how much information was received by all those suspects who were detained. Muzammil.
Good evening, this is Brass Tacks. I'm Zakir Jacob. The National Investigation Agency has arrested the two main suspects in the Rameshwaram Cafe blast that happened in Bengaluru. The arrest happened in Digha in Bengal, which is about 3 hours away from Kolkata. The two accused are Abdul Mateen Taha, who is said to be the mastermind, and Musawir Hussain Shahzeb, who is the alleged bomber, the man who placed the bomb in the Rameshwaram